My name is Diana Anderson. I am the president of the Card Tricks chapter of the Arizona Quilters Guild. A couple of years ago, we were contacted by the college about doing some quilting classes here. So I've been teaching adult basic quilting and intermediate quilting. When Melissa Willis came to me about doing kids college, we said we would love to. So we put together a program, and here we are. We've got 15 kids between the ages of 7 and 12 that are having a blast sewing, and they're making a quilt. Their quilt will have 4 blocks. It'll have sashing, and it'll have a border, and hopefully moms and dads will hang it up on the wall when they get home. For our first time doing this, we're really excited to see how many kids have showed up and how excited they are, and how excited their moms have been too as they bring them to and from class. The fabric has been donated by the Card Tricks chapter. A lot of us have extra fabric in our stash and just kind of pulled it all together to make the kits. The college has provided 3 sewing machines for the students who didn't have their own, but all the rest of the kids are operating either on their own sewing machines, ones they've borrowed from family and friends, or ones that guild members have allowed them to use. So the first thing they learned to do was how to sew a straight line and how to sew a 1/4-inch seam. We used the example from Star Wars, "May the Fourth be with you," to help them remember that 1/4-inch seam. Once they learned that, the next step was they built little blocks called rail fence, which is just sewing strips together and then cutting them to the right length and sewing them together in a pattern. Once they accomplished that, then we moved on to a more complex block called a half-square triangle, which is really one of the building blocks of most quilts that you see. They learned how to do the half-square triangle. Now they're learning how to put it together. They've learned how to line up the blocks so that they have nice, neat, straight seams. We call that nesting. They've learned how to iron. A lot of these kids have never touched an iron before. And they've learned the basics of using the sewing machine. We compare it to driving. So when you're driving with mom or dad, they don't have their foot all the way to the floor in the gas pedal. You don't want to do that with your sewing machine either. And when they go too fast, we call them speed racer, and they learn to slow down. So they're learning regulating and things like that. They're learning how to use their scissors. And one of the most important things that they're all learning how to use is the seam ripper, which we call Jack, as in Jack the Ripper. And they've learned how to rip out seams and why it's a good thing to have to rip out seams sometimes. That way they learn from their mistakes. Because once you have to pick out a seam that's 6 or 7 inches long, you think about, why did I have to do this? And you know you don't want to do it again. Well, my favorite part of teaching any quilting group is just watching people learn the art of quilting. You know, it's an old art. A lot of us are getting old, and we want to be passing it on to young people so that our art doesn't die with us. And seeing the kids so excited about the quilting has just been very, very exciting for us. I would like to thank NPC for allowing us to participate in Kids College. I would like to thank all the ladies of the Card Tricks Guild who put their time and energy and effort into being here for the 4 days and working with the kids. And then I'd like to thank the kids for being such good students and having a good time. I'm looking forward to next year. I'm hoping we can have an even bigger turnout, get more volunteers from the Guild to help, and more kids involved, because we really want to spread this quilting to kids.